I'm Tara, your friendly neighborhood kid witch, and welcome to Recipes for the Cooking Impaired. Now, for all you returning foodies, hello, I've missed you. I've missed your faces. You're so cute. I hope you know that, you're beautiful people. And for those of you that are brand new, welcome. I'm so glad that we get to enjoy food together. Now, are you ready to whip up some delicious magic with me? Oh, I hope so. I hope you are, because today we are going to do an all-in-one skillet. Now, this is called an all-in-one skillet because you cook it in one pan. However, it doesn't have vegetables in it, so you're going to still have to, or if you want to, add a side dish with it. So, for you curious folks out there, we're making Normandy pork skillets. And I've got the recipe. Yeah. All right, so let's go through it together, shall we? 2 large all-purpose apples, cored, pared, and sliced. Now, an all-purpose apple is just that, any apple you choose. I personally like the Gala apples or Brayburn because they have a really good flavor, but any apple works just fine as long as you remember to skin that puppy, pare it, well, that's skinning it, for those that don't know what paring is. Pare it, skin it, however you want to put it, and slice it up. Next, you'll use 1/4 cup of lemon juice from concentrate. And like I've said in previous videos, don't use lemonade. No, lemonade. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. When recipe gives you lemon juice concentrate, you use lemon juice concentrate. All right, next we have 1 pork tenderloin cut into 1/4 inch slices. Now, if anybody is unfamiliar with a pork tenderloin, they come in like a tube-looking shape. Do not get pork chops. The pork chops will dry out too fast in this recipe. You need the tenderloin. And if you're lucky enough to get it on sale, awesome, get 2. They're good. They're really good. All right, you're also going to use 1/2 cup flour, 1/4 cup butter or margarine. Again, this recipe doesn't require one or the other. You can use whichever one works with your preference on flavoring, or if you're vegan. Well, I guess if you're vegan, you're probably not doing pork. If you're doing vegan, you could still use this recipe and substitute for tofu, for example. But some people just like the taste of margarine, and that is fine. So we'll go with that. Then you're going to use 1/2 cup of either apple cider or apple juice. Doesn't matter. Today we're going to be using apple cider. It has a nice richness to it and a bit of a spice. My hat is falling off. There we go. And that is going to taste really good in the mix. But either one will work just fine. 1 cup of whipping cream, and you want this unwhipped. What that means is don't get the bottle and shake it like crazy or put it in a mixer. You're going to take it directly from fridge, cold container, measure, pour. That's it. And 1 teaspoon of chicken flavored bouillon. Again, you can do this in the granulating forms, or you can get the cubes and use your pestle and mortar like I talked about in a previous video. An excellent item. In fact, we have one with us for today. And 1 cube is 1 teaspoon, so easy peasy. I've already got ours pre-mashed up, but I'll show you the process just in case you hadn't had a chance to see it in the previous videos. All right, and for all my metric fans, I got you covered. Give you a chance to read through it since we've already gone through all of these recipe parts. And you're done. All right, we're now going to go to our staging area and start cooking this delicious mix. See you. As you can see, we have our meat, our flour, our apples, our pestle and mortar that has our chicken bouillon, our butter, and in this container is our lemon juice and our apple cider, all mixed together, ready to go. Again, saving space is a big thing. I don't have the largest kitchen, and that's all right. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to mix the apple cider and the lemon juice with our apples and let them kind of sit off to the side. Again, we got a pretty beautiful bowl to play with. Move this here. And here we go. So just pop those puppies in. As you can see, they're cut nice and sliced. Again, no lids. No lids. No, no skins or lids if you come from a different country and decide that that is how you speak. Like me, I'm from Terabithia. Just kidding. All right, and our lemon juice slash apple cider, and just kind of swirl that around a little bit. And we're just going to let those apples chill and vibrate there. They don't have to do anything, but just relax. All right, so next we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our butter in our heated skillet. I'm going to start cooking that wonderful meat. And again, this meat has been already cut into a fourth. Just kind of fourth pieces. I'm going to put the top on, let it kind of heat up a little bit, and the butter start melting. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this all stirred in. And we're going to cook this meat all the way through in the butter or margarine, depending on what you chose. I chose butter. And once it's nice and cooked and tender, then we'll add in the apples and we'll add in the flour and all that good wonderfulness. The flour will come first. We got to get the butter melted and the meat kind of started cooking before we add the flour. All right, so I'm going to give this a few minutes. We'll come right back to it. Okay, we have our melted butter. The meat has started to cook. We're going to go ahead and add the flour next. Beautiful, pure white flour. Now, totally fine if you do unbleached flour or bleached flour or all-purpose flour or even wheat flour. With this particular recipe, any of the above works, just as long as your flour is not purple, because if it is, we have problems. Flour should not be purple, even though I like the color purple. My camera lady said, unless it's in the garden. But I've never been to the store and purchased purple flour before. All right, how about this then? Unless your flour is pink with yellow polka dots, don't eat it. All right, I think we're pretty safe there. Don't know too many people whose gardens have pink and purple polka dotted flowers. All right, so we get this all kind of pre-breaded a bit. We're still cooking it, but the breading is going to be really yummy on the meat. Now this, if you really wanted to pre-fry this instead of baking it, you could bread the meat, get it covered in the nice flour mixture and then put it in the fryer. I don't like that much oil, and when you bake it, it just tends to be a lot less greasy. So we're gonna do this. All right, I'm gonna put the lid back on. I'll see you guys back in just a moment. Thing, it's like music to my taste buds. Yes, I have special taste buds. They can hear music. All right, this has been a request. We're going to do a little music with this beautiful signal. Beautiful sizzle. We got the meat. We got the meat. We've got the meat. Yummy. Yummy pork. We got the meat. Okay, that's enough of that. Into brown. It's not quite ready yet, but it's gotten a lot closer. I know this seems all fast because I just keep pausing and restarting. So you don't have to watch the process from beginning to end. Because if you did, this video would be very long. Although it doesn't take very long to bake, but with all of the information and the recipes and the intro and outro, and of course the wonderful musical interlude, you have to take into account that it's going to take a bit of time. So the way it looks right now is about part done. So we're going to give it a little bit longer. It's okay if the flour starts flaking off, totally fine. All right, give that a few minutes. All right, our meat is now cooked and ready. So the next part we're going to do is we're going to add in our pestle and mortar concoction. So pestle and mortar, you put your cube in, yes, twirl it around, crunch it up until it's a nice fine granulation, unless you had the granulated and just measured out. Sprinkle that puppy in there. And we're going to stir it up a bit, and then we're going to add our cream and our apples. Okay. Cream. Now, you didn't see this previously set out because I chose to use the same measuring container. So while we were letting our meat cook, I measured out a cup of the cream. Oh, there goes our beautiful sizzle. Oh, bye-bye music. That's okay. And now our apples. And we're going to pour it in, including the juice that's been sitting in. That is totally fine. We should get all the apples. So now this is only going to cook for about another 3 to 5 minutes because you just want to get the apples and the juice a chance to marinate in with your pork chop, your pork tenderloin pieces. Okie doke. So we'll go ahead and cover that, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, this is now completely done. As you can see, the creamy white sauce, the gravy of sorts, is nice and thick. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Now, I cooked it on a medium high. I had forgotten to tell you that part. Take a base off of, depending on how your stove works. If it's runs a little hotter, go a little more medium as opposed to medium hot. We're going to go ahead and put this over rice. Now, I didn't make the rice because we had leftovers. Whenever you have leftovers, feel free to use them. It's great. This could also go over a pasta. I wouldn't really recommend eating it by yourself, even though you can. But it'll just make it more of a complete meal if you put it over something delicious. A little more of the gravy there. And we're all set. All right, everybody, and that is our Normandy pork skillet. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, thanks for watching, and if you vibed with this video, tickle that like button's belly until it giggles with joy. And even better, you can noozle the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more content. And please, please feel free to share with your friends. I love meeting new foodie friends, and it would be great to have you with us. I will be coming back with you guys next week with some more recipes for the Cooking Impaired. And I'm not going to give you a hint, but it's going to be a little different this time. All right, I'll be nice. I'll give you one hint. We're making a dessert. Yeah. All right, until I see you guys again. Smooches. Love ya.